It's a nice day outside, and had to take care of some stuff behind the scenes, but it's time for the next installment of the Madden series. Let's see. Before I forget, I do want to say hello to, yay! There's Tanner and Joshua, and in fact, you guys are going to be in action. Well, albeit on two different teams on two different games, but. And hello to MSWCW. It's great to have you on the show as well. Actually, I'm not sure if you're into football, but let's see. Can't co-com because my headset broke. I see. No worries. Let's see. Because like I said, Joshua and... Or are they on the same game? Let me see. Yeah. You guys are on different teams and in different games, so the real question is, who wants to go first? Tanner, you have your team, and then Joshua, you got your team. So whoever wants to go first, say it first. And there's also Remnant Elementor. That's another guy that will. Oh, well, like I said, I'm going to play both of those games. I say Tanner goes. Oh, well, you just conceded it. So, all right. Then we'll get the rest of the thing started. Also, let me do this really quick. No, I'm not ending the stream. What am I doing? I saw that Remnant was in a chat. I'm not sure if I could join or not. He is. In fact, I'm going to join him right now. Welcome. Rem? Oh. Anyway, how's everything going in Remnant Land?
It's going good.
I see. And Tanner says he is excited for the IRL start of the season.
Yeah.
But are you excited for your season?
I hope it goes good.
Hey, I wish you nothing but the best of luck, though. Okay. And also hello to Crimson Ninja, who's also going to be in a game of his own. All right, so let me make sure.
I've been playing a little bit of Super Mario 3D World, just get used to controls.
Yeah, because you know the controls do have a way of being being slippery at times, but once you get used to them, you should be fine. What time am I on? You got Madden 22? Awesome. Okay, so since Tanner wants to go first, Remnant, we'll do two games today. You'll be in the second game, so we'll save you for the main event. How about that?
All right, I'm down for that.
All right, so we're gonna go with Tanner's game first. So I'm gonna get that set up right now.
Just be aware I may not be watching the stream at some points because I don't have my glasses.
Oh, didn't you actually? Oh yeah, that's right. You do wear glasses. What am I saying?
Yeah, I do.
And also, hello to Chaos Reaper in the chat there.
I want to go into details on stream. Let's just say they're broke.
Not a problem. Crimson Ninja, we have two games, and you're going to be in the second game, actually. So you'll be in the quote-unquote main event, so do stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I can barely see anything.
Yeah, that's a tall tale sign that you got to get some new glasses at some point, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I already put in the order. I had to basically wait a week. A week and two.
Alright, so I'm just going to let the other people that have games No. And as far as Chaos Reaper, you don't have a game today, but at least you'll find out who you'll be playing against. So, right now your team has the wild card or the first round bye, Mr. Chaos, and for
I
Crimson, like I said. Oh yeah, sorry.
no, keep going. It's your stream. I can wait.
And yeah, like I said, Crimson as well as Remnant Elementor, who's with me, will be in there. So, just wanted to let you guys know. Let's see.
I gotta try Bowser's Fury because that. Oh, gotta turn it down.
Yeah, it's a great game. But yeah, once I know, I will be cool enough to let you know about it.
All right.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. Now Clinton is also in this game. Let me get him. Okay. And finally, Jennifer Richards. And then, of course, we already have Tanner, so I don't have a way to contact Josh, but I have a way to contact the others, so there we go. And this would also be a good time for you guys to go get some snacks and stuff like that, so. And last but certainly not least, MBN John. Alright, there we go. Sorry for the delay right there. Oh. Okay. Alright, so let's get it set up now. Alright, so on one side we have the Eagles, and on the other we have the Chargers. So it's going to be something to see as for who's going to come out on this one, but we'll find out who will move on to the next round. So good luck to both teams, good luck on both sides. And most importantly, good luck to Tanner in his game. Also, hello to Clinton, who's also going to be in this game as well. Okay, partly cloudy's fine. Okay, we'll go with this one. Just making sure everything else is good. Hopefully, Remnant's okay. Which customizable play? Oh, okay.
I'm just being myself. I'm trying Bowser's
Fury. I'm sorry.
I don't want to get you copyrighted by Nintendo.
Oh, I see. Anyway, Tanner says, which customizable players are on each team? I'll be happy to tell you that as soon as we hit play right now. And also hello to LD. So for this game between the Chargers and the Eagles, the Chargers have Blaze McCoy, Cole Wesson, Clinton's Warp Productions, who just came in, and Jennifer Richards. The Eagles have Josh Brooks, yourself, Munchie and MBN John. So each team drafted 4 people, save for 1 trade, but there you go.
Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers.
So it's not just like 1 or 2 people. It's now what is it? It's now 4 people on per team, and this took place before they opened up SoFi Stadium. So get a good look at the Chargers' old digs before they moved out to what turned out to be SoFi Stadium. Though I still am one of those people that still thinks that the Chargers should still be in, San Diego. But like the old saying goes, you can't always get what you want, and Dean Spanos, he was the guy that moved the Chargers, and basically he just wanted that Hollywood dollar, He's not that much different than Vince McMahon. That's my hot take on it. And Philadelphia is going to start off with the ball, and we are off. The season is underway. And LD is sitting in the stands with her family, and we start at the 24-yard line with Saunders. So, of course, we have Carson Wentz before he left, and I forget where he ended up, though. I forget if it was at the Bears or with the Colts. I forget where he ended up with, but I do remember that he was part of that championship team that the Eagles had not that long ago. And hello to Phoenix Fire Wrestling. Oh, he's on the Colts. Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I knew that he was one of those 2 places. I'm probably confusing him with the other quarterback that they had back then. And a completion to the man, Tamansi, number 80. So Tamansi gets the first reception and the first down of this game. I hope, TJ, I hope you're ready for your rematch for the world title. Yeah, I'm always ready. Oh, Rivers, yeah. Well, no, I was not thinking of Rivers. I was thinking of the other guy that was quarterbacking the Eagles during their championship year.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here? I like where you're going.
I mean, yes, Rivers is still technically with the Chargers in this game, so yeah. And they go for a run, and unfortunately they ran into too many people. And that's going to result in a 3rd and 5. Nick Foles, yes. I knew I was forgetting someone, but it's just that his name escapes me right now. You were thinking of the Colts. And now it's 3rd and 5. Big stop for the Chargers and a big run, but unfortunately for Philadelphia, they lose a yard, and even worse than that, they lose the ball, and we'll have to kick it away.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your
I'm fighting what is it? On Mythic Legends Wrestling? I'm fighting Reaper? All right. Yes, thank you for the trade. Yeah, because he went to Jacksonville, then to the Bears. Anyway, nice kick. And Wentz went to Philadelphia and then the Colts. And wow, what a nice kick. They downed it at the 2. That's a good start for the defense for Philadelphia. That was a great kick, great bounce too. Incredible. That's a great kick.
Here comes Los Angeles. And they will be
Yeah, regular season starts tomorrow. Yes.
Ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
Check
So
there.
what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
So starting deep on the 2. We still have an aging Phillip Rivers. He gets it, and they lose a yard. And what if they lose another yard? Then that's going to be a safety for Philadelphia, though. Yeah, I remember I did see the highlights of that game, and it just goes to show you do need a kicker in this league. Because I honestly believe that had the Cowboys made their kicks, their field goals, they probably would have won. That Cowboys-Bucks game was great. Yeah, it probably was. And it's a safety for Philadelphia. Great safety by number 93. I couldn't see who it is. Who is that? And it is that Jensen? Yeah, that's Jensen. No, I'm sorry, that's Tim Jernigan. And what a tackle, or not a tackle, but a sack in the end zone for a safety. Big safety. And for Tanner, I would imagine he'd be stoked by the fact that his team already is in the lead and they're going to get the ball back. And if you're Clinton, I'd imagine you can't be any happy about this to start off with. And they will start at the 39.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is...
And then Clinton's like, I'm predicting an early exit for me. Well, it's still early, but I mean...
Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
It is still early, though. I would... Let's see. I don't know who to pick in this game. Anyway, they run it, and they get about 6 yards on that one. No, 7 yards. Nice run this time by Philadelphia. Also, I understand that this is the 20th anniversary of what happened 20 years ago. In fact, I remember it as if it was yesterday. Like, I was still in... I was probably... Actually, yeah, I was in 6th grade at the time. So that kind of just shows my age right there. Anyway, nice stop there by number 54, Ingram, the third. So now it's a 3rd and 5. And so far, Philadelphia has managed to convert once on first down, and that was a pass to Tan-Man C. We'll see if they can go to him. Wentz trying to find somebody. He does, and great catch. And who was that? Number 86, Ertz. Great catch. And great, I mean, a great, front four. I mean, or rather, great front. What am I saying? The offensive line gave him a lot of time, and Ertz was able to readjust his route and get and catch that ball. Great catch. So, and it was a nice pass. I'm not gonna lie. I just couldn't get the words out of my mouth. Shit. Anyway. They hand it off. Get about 5 yards on that. All right, so we get to see the offense. And one of the newest additions, and a big one, is left guard Josh Brooks, wide receivers Adidra Lewis, and the Tan-Man C. Tanner C, as he's also known as. Yeah, I got tongue twisted. What can I say?
The run got 4. Now they deal with
But
a
now
2nd
they
and
are as
6.
deep as they've ever been, and that's the 21-yard line there.
Wentz gonna throw.
Wentz gets no wait. Oh, he was trying to get it to Tan Man, but they covered him really well. And here is the defense. Of course, you have Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram, but then one of the newest additions is Jennifer Richards.
An outside linebacker. Strong, solid, with an excellent first step.
And with Jennifer Richards, you know, they had a very their linebacking core was not very deep, so they needed all the help that they can get with that. Now 3rd and 6.
Shotgun now for Wentz.
And nice catch, but a bit short of the first down. In fact, they get to a 4th and 1, and unless they decide to go for it, they might just go for a field goal.
So important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like
Any
this
thoughts
one.
on this, Mr. Tanner?
They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They go for the kick, and it's good, so it is 5-0 Philadelphia with 7 seconds left in the first quarter.
So far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often. 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't
Good
it?
so far.
But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
I mean, if this game is going to be anything, it's going to be something when we get to our second game, though.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Kicks it away, and
That's fielded in the
they'll
end
just
zone.
simply take the knee.
No run back here. This will be a touchback.
They'll start at the 25 with, again, we have, you know, a Phillip Rivers that, you know, is past his prime. I mean, I remember Phillip Rivers, especially in 06, like, he was at the top of his game, man. I remember, like, he was pretty much the reason that the Chargers were the best team in the league at some points, but as we all know, it just sucks, though, for them that they had to deal with Tom Brady at around that same time. And then there were times where it looked like they were going to beat him, and they couldn't get the job done. So you really can't fault, you know, Rivers for the failure because he did everything right. The rest of the team just let him down. That's basically the, you know, that's just basically the story of Phillip Rivers' career in a nutshell. And also hello to Walter Johnson. What's up, man?
After the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
But for the Chargers, this is an opportunity to get back in this game with a long drive. They get one,
Got his man on the end route, complete.
and that's a 9-yard pickup, 3rd and 1.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
I mean, I'll be interested to see what happens with the new crop of players, like, you know, Trevor Lawrence and Baker Mayfield, and they power through and they get to the first down. Not much, but just enough.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that.
And look at that. Powers through. You're just watching TV? Not a problem. Yes, I remember that Drew Brees, yep, he went to New Orleans that year. The team turned around with their now head coach, Sean Payton, and within 3 years' time, they became champions. I mean, as great as they have been, you know, I mean, that was a team that could have just as easily won more championships, but they under-delivered in the playoffs. So, and also, high of crushing Kelly. And, wait, what the hell? Oh, you just threw it away.
observation. There's been a nice
Anyway,
play calling defense.
hiya, Crushing Kelly.
Often talk about an offense.
You always say hiya to me, so I was like, I figured I may as well do the same.
I think the converse is true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but
That was a cat. Anyway.
time to change things.
And then Clinton's like face palming right now. 3rd and 7. A big completion they need. They get it, but unfortunately a bit too short.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
I mean, great catch by Henry, but unfortunately not enough to get a first down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage.
Did you just meow?
You throw the ball to someone, they catch
Yes,
it,
I meowed.
big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
I mean, especially with the fact that you have the cowbell, the cat bell in Super Mario World 3D.
As he's on to punt for the first time this
Yeah, I kind of figured that was the case, Clinton. And wait a minute, and they pin him down at the 7. I was sad because of today's results.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg
TJ the cat.
way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And also, hello. That was a. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did have a cat of my own, and also hello to Jen Richards. So, Jen, you are on the Los Angeles Chargers on defense, and in fact, you're out on the field right now. Oh, Ohio, yeah. Oh, that's right. They were they had a game today, and they were the 3rd ranked team, and they lost to a 12th ranked team. Anyway, nice completion, and they get a couple of yards. They get about 6 yards on that one. Yes, Oregon upset Ohio State.
Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
And a nice throw on target, and to who else? The Tan Man. Tan Man C, number 80. He already has 2 receptions for 19 yards.
Oh, so effective. Nice completion there.
Ohio is the Bobcats. Yes. Yeah, because like I said, there's a big difference between Ohio and Ohio State, and it was Ohio State that lost. Anyway, good run there by Sanders. And he gets to, yep, that's an 8-yard gain and a 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You are, but your team has the first round bye, so you get to relax for today. So, yeah, you get to relax today. And a catch by Deidre Lewis, a.k.a. Munchie. And the thing about, Philadelphia is that they haven't had, like outside of Nelson Aguilar, like, who do they really have when it comes to top-tier weapons? They didn't have that. But they now have it with Deidre Lewis and Tan Man C. So big pickup there for the Eagles. And, ooh, that almost got picked off by number 20.
His caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz.
And a nice completion and almost a first down. Or do they get the first down? They don't. It's 3rd and 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Came up a little short on the last.
All right, so 3rd and 1 for the Chargers. Can they get this? Well, he gets a completion, but unfortunately for the Eagles, they fall short of a first down, and they call a timeout. Or I'm sorry, that's the Chargers called a timeout. Sorry. So now Philadelphia might have to kick it away, and they probably will. They will.
As he'll punt it away for the second time.
With 59 seconds left. He kicks it, and that was not a good kick because the officials will mark it at the 36. So that's a good start for the Chargers. So yeah, that was not a good kick there by Philadelphia. But the Chargers have 55 seconds in order to get closer and possibly get a field goal, maybe even score a touchdown. And on defense, we have MBN John. I probably should mention that. And a completion, and Keenan Allen gets it, and they'll have to call another timeout.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
So 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Rivers with a catch, and unfortunately none of this short route running stuff is working. You got to get first downs. That's another thing that's plaguing the Chargers, is that they're not getting farther enough to get first downs. I mean, you got to get first downs, and if you are going to run short passes, you better have some good blocking in front of you. Anyway, finally they get a first down, and we'll call a timeout. Also to you, Blaze McCoy, and Blaze is also in this game as a wide receiver, though. 5-minute quarters. The reason 5 minutes is so that the games don't drag on longer than they should. You know, because if I did full-blown games, we'd be here forever, man. Now Rivers gets a completion, but unfortunately did not get out of bounds, and they're going to have to run a play very quickly. But of course, knowing Madden AI logic, the clock's probably going to run down. I mean, great catch, but unfortunately, and in fact, they're looking at the.
So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game.
I mean, that was just botched. I mean, anyway, hello to Wrong Button and Mopman. Great to see you both.
Welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the
Yes, Blaze is a Charger. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, hey, what's up?
And you gotta expect
Good.
we'll see more of the same in the second half.
Hope you're having a lot of fun, my friend.
I am. I've been listening.
Oh.
I've been listening.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So that was my good friend Remnant. For those who didn't know. Anyway, Blaze is like, I love the uniforms. Awesome. My second favorite team next to the Steelers, of course. Yeah, the Chargers have had some good teams, but they've only managed to get to the Super Bowl one time. And the one time they did, they got absolutely pasted by Steve Young and the San Francisco 49ers at the time, I remember. And then Walter Johnson says, "Hi, Remnant."
Hey.
Yeah, that was that was Remnant saying hello to you, Mr. Walter Johnson, son. Their unis are better than the actual team. Anyway, I remember they beat the Steelers to get to the Super Bowl. Oh, that's right. Now, whether the Steelers at that time would have stood any chance against a prime Steve Young and in that 49er team, would they have stood a chance? Maybe, but I don't know. And also, hello to Crimson Ninja. I want to say hello to you, my friend. And Blaze is very confident that the Chargers are going to go all the way, despite the fact down by 5 at this point.
They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first
Yeah, they were way too good in '94. Yes.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
And Rivers, great catch, and who caught that one? Great catch by number 86. I can't see his name.
A nice little completion there.
Oh, that was Henry. Good catch there by Henry. I mean, this guy is as, like, honestly, it's like anyone who's a big fan of Hunter Henry, anyone who's a big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine would think, oh yeah, there's an engine named Henry, and he's a big engine, just as big as that guy is. Anyway, I'm shocked that we have never had a 49ers Steelers Super Bowl. Yeah, you'd have think at some point it would have happened. And another catch by Henry, this time only for 4 yards. Hunter Henry. Wait, Double H? Yep, he's Double H indeed. He's on the Patriots IRL. Yeah, I could see why the Patriots saw him and they were like, you know, he's a better fit for our team. And did they get the first down? Nope, 3rd and inches. Iowa and Iowa State. And that's not how you spell Iowa, though. Now 3rd and inches. This is the furthest that the Chargers have been. And can they do it? And they do. They get it to Henry. Not a lot, but just enough to keep going. And that time, no, actually, no, that was not Henry. That was Blaise McCoy getting his first or second catch. Great catch there by Blaise McCoy. All right. Great catch there by Blaise McCoy, a.k.a. Blaze Radio in the chat there. All right, at the 33. 1st and 10. They play fake it. And, ooh, almost got picked off by number 53. Bradham. Bradham almost got that pick, but obviously you don't try to catch a ball with one hand. But it would have been impressive had he actually been able to do it. Anyway, 2nd down. And they go for a run, but unfortunately, Fletcher Cox, that's his name, don't make fun of it. Let's just say he let's just say he blocked him.
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him.
Hoping for Iowa State to win. Yeah, I mean, Iowa has, and Iowa State have had some good teams too. Recently. Rivers, unfortunately, gets another sack. Jernigan, I mean, he gets his 2nd sack since that safety. I mean, and the Chargers were doing so well. Unfortunately, they just fell apart. And there you see number 95. Cole Weston unable to contain Jernigan. I mean, the reason you get, the reason that you get Cole Weston was to protect your quarterback, and he couldn't even get that done. So they kick it away. But he gets it to, well, they're going to mark it at the 20. Pretty average, but so far, like, outside of a field goal and a safety, they haven't been able to score a touchdown.
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball
They hand it over. Oh, but this time Sanders manages 2 yards this time. So now it looks as if the Chargers are starting to, be aware of the running game. And that's one thing you got to do. You got to stop the running game and then force you got to force the pass. Although if you do that, you also run the risk of getting burned by Carson Wentz, and that's exactly what he did. He gets it to Ertz and a first down at the 46.
But he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can
I mean, with the additions of Tan Man and Deidre Lewis, it's allowed guys like Ertz to get open, something that probably wouldn't have happened if they didn't get the top 2 weapons that they just got in Tanner and Deidre Lewis, aka Munchie. So it's paying big dividends for Philadelphia. Wentz, another catch, this time to who else? The Tan Man. I'll tell you one thing, Tan Man is showcasing with 3 receptions and 43 yards why he is simply, and I'll type it,
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him.
the man.
Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they
Yes,
really said?
the man.
Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his.
And also, hey, Logan, what's up, man? Thank you. Now, well, I have you on, well, how do I put this? I wasn't sure if you were going to come back, but now that you're here, I'll just have to look for a spot, and if there's a spot open, I'll put you on there, Logan. Because, like I said, I wasn't sure if you were going to come back, but I'm happy that you are back. So, but no worries, I'll find a spot for you. Whether it's this season or next season, so not a problem. I mean, I still have you on the list for what is it, UFC? You're at the top of that list, so you're cool on that one. Anyway, they go for a run and they get to a 3rd and 2. And for Philadelphia, this is another deep run they're making here. But that's going to be the end of the quarter, and we have 1 quarter left to go. Pull a Tim Tebow and come back as a tight end. Hey, that could happen. That could be the case, or heck, I could put you as, or maybe even make you a defensive player. Who knows? I mean, that's kind of what I did with Clinton. Making him a punter / kicker because, well, if it ever comes down to a field goal, that's you like your spot as a QB. Anyway, they fake the handoff. And a catch by, who was that? Oh, that's Ertz. Nice catch by Ertz, 3 receptions, 72 yards, and they are at the 6-yard line. And I have a feeling that if they get this score, it's pretty much over because unless the Chargers can score and score quickly, I don't like their chances. So if you're the Chargers, you've got to get the stop right here. A stop, a field goal doesn't kill you, but a touchdown will. They hand it off. They get about 3 yards on that one. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to
So
see.
I mean, if you're Philadelphia right now, the worst thing you can do is throw an interception. That's the worst thing that could happen. They try to punch it in, and they get moved back by 2 yards. 3rd and goal.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound.
So this is a big stop for the Chargers right here, right now. At the 5-yard line. And he gets a completion, but they don't get very far. In fact, they don't even get anything. So that's going to result in a field goal attempt.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
All right, so looks like they're going to go for a kick to try to make this an 8-point game. And it is good, so it is an 8-point game. So that means that the Chargers not only have to score a touchdown, they also have to get a 2-point conversion to go with it.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So right now, it's looking good for Philadelphia, but as we all know, the worst thing you can do at this point is to take your foot off the gas and give the Chargers a chance to come back. We've seen it before. He kicks it away. Takes it out. And they get to the 28, so that's a slightly better than normal start.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
For Phillip Rivers, this is his last chance, really. Because after this, after this season, we will be going to Madden 22, so you won't be seeing him again, like as part of the regular roster again. So
this drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
So this is big. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
At their own 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28. They get a completion to Henry, but once again they're not doing themselves any favors by the short passing. You know, by the short passes. I mean, you gotta go for it. At this point, you're down. It's not like you have the lead and you can afford to do this. But 2nd and 5 nonetheless. And he gets it to Henry, who this time gets past him, at least enough to get a first down at the 41. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Blaise McCoy. Never mind, but still. I got to remember he's 83.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Rivers. Ooh, almost picked it off.
It would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances.
So 2:09 left to go. 2nd and 10.
If it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers.
And he had to throw it away. And I mean, that was just a great defensive play there by Philadelphia. But
chess is one way to go.
But as far as the Chargers are concerned, they're running out of time and running out of opportunities, so they've got to make this.
Before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys,
and a completion. Does he get enough?
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough.
And he does just enough, does Henry. He powers his way and gets just enough for a first down. So it looked like he had just enough forward progress to keep going. I mean, you cannot question the man's heart at least when it comes to Henry.
12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Rivers again.
Now Rivers, wait a minute.
And he can't get a throw off.
He cannot get a throw off, and a sack and a big play by the Eagles. And that's going to put him at 2nd and 17. And in fact, the Eagles have 3 sacks to 0 for the Chargers. The Chargers have not been able to get anything. And yeah, definitely a big oof. Anyway, a completion, breaks away from a tackle, breaks away from 2. And he gets it to within a manageable 3rd and 5. But again, time is wasted. And the Chargers will use a timeout.
As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Third and 5. 3rd and 5 is what it comes down to.
Here's Rivers.
Rivers. Wait, did he get it? Oh, it's incomplete. I thought he had it. But it rolled off. I guess they didn't consider that a catch. I'm like, how is that not a catch? Oh, and it was on his stomach. It was on his stomach. I mean, I have to imagine Clinton's got to be throwing he's got to be throwing every piece of furniture that's not nailed down, but this is their last chance.
Now Rivers on 4th down.
Well, they do get it, or do they? They do.
At least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did
A field goal's not enough.
Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They get the 1st down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
At the 36. And he gets it to Blaise McCoy and forced out of bounds, which also stops the clock. And they get to the 6. What a heck of a catch by McCoy. And perhaps the biggest play that Phillip Rivers has made so far, and it's a huge one, and a great catch by McCoy. If number 23 does not get to him, it's a touchdown. But he was forced out of bounds, though. And there you see MBN John, number 76. Yes, biggest play by Rivers ever. Well, not ever, but to date. They hand it off, and that was piss poor handled. I mean, and credit to Barnett and the Eagles, but that was not well disguised. I'm sorry. Even I could have seen that from a mile away. Oh, ever. Okay. I'll go with it. Oh, hang on a second.
It's a touchdown, and now a 2-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left.
All right, well, have a great time, Mom.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to
I have my mom.
Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
And well, anyway, she was visiting the house though, but anyway, a big catch and a touchdown. Well, now they got to go for 2. They got to go for it, and they got to make it. Anything short of this, and it's over. Do they get it? They got it. It's tied, 8-8. It is tied with 36 seconds left. I mean, like 2-3 minutes ago, we were talking about the Philadelphia Eagles moving on. But now, they have 36 seconds left to win this game before going to overtime, but wow. I mean, Tan-Man, how do you feel about this? I have a feeling you may not feel too good about it. Anyway, gets to the 27-yard line. Not a bad start, but for Clinton, this is, I have to say that was the biggest play. Keenan Allen just diced our defense. Yeah, pretty much he did.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
Rivers clutched up. Yeah, he had to dive deep back into that fountain of youth or something if he and his guys were going to do something about it, and they did.
See if they can do just that.
But here we go.
Back to throw.
A completion to Ertz. Well, now Philadelphia will take a timeout now. After this game, I have things to do. Not a problem. I'm just happy that you got to catch it when you did. Bye.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion.
27 seconds left. 2nd and 5.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard.
Fakes the handoff and a nice catch and a timeout once again by Philadelphia with 22 seconds left. And who else? Ertz. It's been a nice stream. I'm thankful that that's the case. Come on, defense, keep them out of field goal range.
Wentz now 15 out of 17 through
22 seconds left. That's all they really need is a field goal. They get a completion and they get it to half field. And now the question is, do you try to go for it? Well, you call timeout though.
Timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Are they really going to do this? Are they going to attempt to kick a field goal at 50 yards and try to win the game? The odds of this happening, oh no, wait, they're not going, they're going to try to go for, to get closer.
From midfield, here's Wentz.
And that, well, it's incomplete. They still have 1 second left. So it's 3rd and 2. And even if he had caught that ball, it would have ran out of time. So 3rd and 2 now.
After the incompletion, here now.
No, he's well. If you're going to go for it, you may as well go for a Hail Mary right here.
And he connects with Ertz.
Not with a short pass. Now Wentz is starting to become stupid. I'm like, just like what I mentioned with, Phillip Rivers, going with these short passes. That was not a good decision there by Wentz. I'm sorry.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession,
yeah, the AI on these games is so dumb.
Wins the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the AI, I've said this many times, I may as well say it. The AI in Madden sucks dick sporting goods. It sucks dick sporting goods.
This will be taken in at the 1.
And, well, he tries to get around, but only manages to get to the 26-yard line. So Philadelphia will start with the ball first. If they score a touchdown, they win. If they score a field goal, then the Chargers will get a shot at it. But if they don't score at all, or they get picked off, then the Chargers will get a chance to win the game. Not lying there, man. Well, now time is not an issue anymore. It's now just getting the job done. So time is not a problem anymore. If you're Clinton, yeah, you want to get a turnover or something. And wait. We got a flag, our first one of the game, and we have a holding against, I think that's Philadelphia? It was, against Jason Peters. And it's still going to be first down, but now it's 1st and 19. So if you're Philadelphia, that's terrible.
We can extend them out, but sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
1st and 19. They go for a bullet pass, but unfortunately, even though they got it to Aguilar, but Davis was ready for it. They anticipated something like that, and good on them. But that was just not a good play call. I mean, your best bet was to try to go, get closer to the first down. Hello. And of course, it's not Tanner's fault. I mean, Tanner is just merely running the offense according to the play call. 2nd and 21. Another bullet pass, and well, that time he dropped it, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why would you go for a bullet pass like that? Being in Philadelphia is bad for Eagles. Well, I highly doubt that. I mean, they did win a Super Bowl not that long ago. But unfortunately, the AI in this game sucks dick sporting goods. I've said this. And, well, he does get a bullet pass, but this time he has enough blockers, but he falls just short of a first down. 4th and 1. So the only time you should ever think about doing a bullet pass is if you have blitz coming at you and a drop-off pass. But in that case, they didn't get it. Now they have to punt it away.
I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need.
And it's going to bounce into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a
He started off cold, but Phillip Rivers has started to pick up.
And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize.
I mean, I know that Philadelphia fans are, they're relentless. They expect to be champions. They don't expect to be losers or anything like that. So, anyway, fakes the handoff, and, ooh, that could have been picked off, but it's incomplete.
Well, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts.
And the sad thing is, the sad thing is, either Clinton or Tanner is going to be eliminated after this game. Well, their characters at least for their teams really, but they get about 4 yards on that one. 3rd and 6.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with
I mean, Tanner, you have Madden 22. How's the AI on that game? If you've tested it out, my friend.
Because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to
Anyway, 3rd and 6.
Rivers.
Rivers gets a catch. Did he get it?
A pickup of 24.
He got it,
The play began.
and he got it to Henry. And Henry with a great game of his own. 7 catches for 94 yards.
lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body.
It's
guy,
slightly better.
physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now, of course, if you're Rivers and the Chargers, the worst thing you could do is throw a pick 6. But that was a great throw, great catch, just a great play.
Running on first.
They run it, and he gets by 1, and he's gonna break away, and it's gonna be, I believe, touchdown Chargers. They win. Eckler breaks away, just shoves them off like they're nothing, and he wins. And I will say this: Tanner is a champion even in defeat. He was a champion. He was a Super Bowl champion with the Tennessee Titans, and he shows us why he is a champion even in a loss. But for the Chargers, they were down. By all accounts and by all rights, they probably should not have won this game. But Rivers, the old dog, didn't quit. And we'll see him and Clinton, Blaze McCoy, Jennifer Richards. I don't know if Jennifer's interested in American football.
From Southern California, so long, everybody.
But she's there. And finally, Clinton Cage, a.k.a. Clinton's Warped World. What a game this was. All right, so from a rating standpoint, both men were over 100. So, knowing when it comes to Clinton and what he looks for in a quarterback, that's what you want. You want quarterback ratings of 100 or more. And you want to see completions like, the completion percentage of at least 75 or better. That's what you want. And also, GG's, and thank you so much, Tanner, for coming in, and I will see you next time. Better luck for next season, but I do hope to hear from you again, and hopefully one day we'll commentate. No worries. Anyway, let's go to rushing. Rushing. Okay. Receiving. Okay, receiving. This is what I want to see. So you have Blaze with 4 catches, 49 yards. Then you have Tan Man with 3 receptions, 43 yards. Deidre Lewis only had 1, but it was for 12 yards. But I have to imagine that the player of the game is Keenan Allen with 4 catches for 32 yards and the 1 touchdown. The 1 touchdown that brought him to within 2. I forget if I wonder who got the 2-point conversion. They don't even say who got the 2-point conversion. They probably should put that as a stat as to, oh yeah, who got the 2-point conversion. They really should put that in there. And let's see, sacks. Sacks. Yeah, Tim Jernigan, he had 2 of them. And one of those sacks resulted in a safety, so had the score held up, Tim Jernigan probably would have been the player of the game. And while Clinton Cage is a kicker and a punter, in fact, he only had to punt 1 time. Or, no, I'm sorry, he punted twice. And 1 time he was able to get inside the 20 1 time, so that's good when you can. That's good if for a punter that you only kick twice. That's because your offense was effective, or in this case, you were close to a field goal. So that was pretty cool. So I just wanted to go over the stats right there of everybody, though. I'm not from Abilene Christian. Okay, so what happened was, Clinton, I accidentally saved the default roster over my original file. So I had to make some of the guys from scratch again. So that was my fault for. So I had to start again when it came to creating the players again. I can fix that when it comes to your character. Oh, hey, what's up? You're just in time to start your own game.
Okay, good. I can't see it, but that's good. Let's go.
I take it you're busy playing the game.
No, I just stopped to get something to eat.
I mean, it is on my channel, but
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna fix this for you, Mr. Clinton. I'll put you on Ohio State. How about that? Too bad I have to scroll through the letters. Too bad I can't like pick a letter and then go from there. It's really silly like that. Just a little. I mean, I could have put you on Idaho, not you, but Clinton. But for you, and by you I mean the remnant to Elementor. Remy.
Okay.
I mean, how do you feel about teaming up with Kyle and being on the same team with him?
Yeah, pretty interesting.
And you're not just teaming up with him. You're on his team or his IRL favorite team, the Bears. Because a season ago you were on the Bengals and Kyle was also on the Bengals as your quarterback. So
yeah,
a little bit of you scratch my back, I scratch yours type deal. Clinton is from BYU, anyway, and MSW wants to be on the Falcons. All right, let me put you on the list for MSW. Yeah, because after the season, like I said, I will be going over to Madden 22. For those who are... So, yeah. I'll be interested to see how it works in 22.
Yeah, I have a premiere going, but it's my premiere of my Twitch stream from yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just tweeted out, note to self, don't put Twitch VODs on Premiere. Cause it'll take frickin' forever to finish.
I see. Okay, so we have the Bears. I always wanted to say that. It's not saying it, it's how you say it though. But anyway, it's the Bears at their division rival, the NFC North Division. And that team is the Minnesota Vikings. So yeah, Remnant, how do you feel about facing off or being on a team and then facing off against that team's division arch nemesis?
Okay, so we're facing the Minnesota Vikings?
Yes.
Oh, that's my sister's favorite team. Let's go!
Okay. All right, so we have Crimson in the chat. I think Joshua's also in the chat too. I'm on the Bears with you, Remnant Elementor. And I don't know if I saw Mob in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still watching this, but let me just get the other three people: Insane One and JT, and of course your buddy Kyle.
Yeah. It kind of sucks that I had to listen more than I had to watch. My eyes.
So basically, so you're saying that? Oh, that's right. You said that your eyes were not where they needed to be.
I don't have my glasses. That's my main problem.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll tell you what happened after the stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I do feel for you. It's like it's like you lost your sight, just like Ray Charles did.
Yeah, and
well,
I did not look natural without glasses. I'm sorry.
I mean, I know that your character doesn't wear glasses, but
Yeah.
that's just your character. That doesn't mean that's the real you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Insane one. Yeah, the reason I mentioned the Ray Charles was because Ray Charles, the IRL guy, he wasn't born blind. He was born just like anybody else, but then he lost sight. By the time he was like 8, 9 years old. Okay. And then Clinton says, neither for the win. Alright, so... Oh yeah, let me give this to Alpine. There we go. Okay. So Clinton says, neither for the win. Well, someone's going to win, I will say that. And even though myself and Remnant are on the Bears, I still have to be... what's the word? I still have to be impartial when it comes to the commentary. But as much as I want the Bears to win, I also have to recognize that I am just a broadcaster. And Ladybug for the win? What? Well, in either case, Remnant.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you ready to rumble?
I'm always ready.
All right, let's do it. MSW CW wants to be on the Falcons. So with and Joshua's always ready to throw down. Nice. And of course, Joshua's on the opposite team. He's with the Vikings. So the Bears have a quarterback, wide receiver combination in Kyle Young and Remnant Elementor. Then, of course, there's me and Mopman as linebackers. And for the Minnesota Vikings, they have a quarterback in James Claycorn, a.k.a. Crimson Ninja, an offensive tackle in Insane One, a cornerback in JT Price, and finally a linebacker in, of course, Joshua James.
Outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building in just a few moments.
So we saw in the trial game, it was the Chargers against the Vikings, and the Vikings just they executed, but we'll see if they can do the same thing to the Chicago Bears. You don't think Justin Fields is in 22? Well, we'll see what happens, though. I mean, because I remember that they added the draft picks from, like, when I got this game, they later added the draft picks, like, after the Super Bowl that year.
They expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
I mean, we'll see what happens, though. As Minnesota will start off with the ball. And they will start at the 28. So, not a bad start for them.
So here's is the Viking offense making their way out.
I hope so too. And here he is, the man known as Crimson Ninja, James Cleghorn.
He said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And Cleghorn hands it off, and they get a first down, and then some. Wow, what a run by Cook. And he starts off with his first rush for 15 yards. And then Joshua's like, and Joshua says, as if he's talking to me and you, so this is not going to be an easy win for the Bears, or easy to win for the Bears. I agree, you know. Then again, any team that we go up against is not going to be easy, you know. I mean, Remnant, you've been a world champion. You know how difficult it is to, you know, go up against many challengers. I'll let him think about that one. And a catch, and let's see, how many yards did he get? I don't know if that, not a lot, but we'll see what happens though. We have Insane One on left tackle, who was drafted. Of course, you still had Stephon Diggs at that time. But yeah, Insane One, that's the guy that has to watch, you know, Crimson Ninja's back. Anyway, both teams are talented, but as a Packers fan, both of these teams can eat it. Ooh. Remnant, what do you have to say about that?
Let me go check. I'm sorry, I've been paying attention to something else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Anyway, great tackle there by Khalil Mack. Insane One stole my number.
If he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
And 3rd and 8 for Crimson Ninja, number 36. And a screen pass, and they get some blocks and a first down. Nice blocking. And who else? Cook. I'll tell you one thing, Cook is a two-way threat. Not only can he run, he can also catch and run. Anyway, you have to bring your defense, and boy, you won't be having fun with that.
A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Well, right now, Minnesota's marching down the field, at the 45-yard line, past the halfway point. And a fake sweep, but the Bears were not fooled. And number 98, I can't see it, Nichols. Nichols was the one that forced a tackle for loss. Anyway, Clinton says, I have to say the back I would draft first is not in this season. Well, who would that be? Wait, is it the J train of Clinton? Anyway, they hand it off, and not very far. Anyway, here's the Chicago Bears defense. You have Nichols, who we saw earlier. Then, of course, you have, you know, your boys, TJ Toad and Mobman, as part of the linebacker core. CMC 22. Especially with Cook, he's cooked his way through many defenses. J-Train would be a high pick as well. Yeah, he would. And that was I mean, even if he had caught it, that would have been out. But unfortunately, that's a 4th and 11. Oh, Christian McCaffrey. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to say this. You know, my hope is that he goes on a team that can win a championship, because the team he's on now is just wasting him, unfortunately. And they kick it out, and it's going to be marked at the 18, and that's when we're going to see Remnant, your boy, Kyle Young Samurai, 19, or is it 18? Or, I'm sorry, it was 18. I'm sorry, but he's wearing the number 19, as that was really the only number he had. But yes, your boy Kyle Young. Go to the Packers or the Broncos. I would have to think that, you know, if you're Carolina and you trade him, you better get something good for him. Like, whether it's a good package of players, if not a buttload of draft picks, just like, you know, the Herschel Walker trade. So you also have another Kyle Long. And then, of course, you have wide receiver, Remnant Elementor, number 3.
Woo!
So we'll see if Weapon X can live up to its name on offense. But yeah, whoever trades for him is, you know... Oh, nice move by Cohen, and he gets a couple of jukes, and he gets to the 34-yard line for a gain of I think it was 15. But still, that's pretty good. Curtis Samuel on one of those teams. Yeah, those are good teams, I will say that. Nice handoff to Cohen, and Cohen, you know, just used his elite level ability to avoid one tackle.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, so 1st and 10. He can play halfback and wide receiver. They handed off, and it was to number 32. I couldn't see who it was, but here's the Vikings defense. Everson Griffin. But then, of course, you have left outside linebacker, our boy, Joshua James. And at cornerback, we also have J.T. Price.
I remember doing a game a couple of years ago where the Rams were trying a lot of razzle-dazzle stuff.
So on defense for the Minnesota Vikings, you have Double J.
And he ended that in a hurry. He can play close to the line of scrimmage.
So yeah, Remnant, you have to deal with Double J. You know, because you got to get past Joshua, and then you got to get past JT. And unfortunately for the Bears, they lose 2 yards on that run. And a good play there by Brothers from Minnesota.
Discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
I wish you could be two-way players in Madden. You could do it in NCAA. Yeah, but I'd imagine that the only reason you could do it was, you know, the players are young. These guys are, relatively speaking, very old men. Well, I don't want to say they're old, but you know, but relatively speaking, you know, college football players they're like babies in comparison, really. They can take the punishment because they're young. Speaking of babies, baby Remnant, baby Remnant. No. I had the Baby Yoda song stuck in my head. All right, so Chicago is at 4th and 8. So each team has on each occasion shut down the opposing offense. So it's a stalemate at this point. Tell that to Dion, Chris Gamble, Bo Jackson, and Chuck B. I mean, of course, if you're an elite level athlete, yeah, you can do it. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, a guy like Bo Jackson couldn't do it. I mean, yeah, of course he could do it. He's Bo freaking Jackson, man. What more can I say about him that you know, legend hasn't made him out to be, you know? All right, so Minnesota back on offense. As I said, each team has shut down the opposing offense, so it's really going to come down to which offense is going to break through. Minnesota's up next. A screen pass, and he gets a couple of yards. Not too much, but it's still early. Oh, actually, no, he only got 1 yard. And also hello to Doggo in the background. That would be Remnant's Doggo.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9.
Yep.
2nd and 9. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
I don't know. It's like ever since I started playing Super Mario 3D World again, I always pretend like I just got the cat bell, and I turned into a cat. I know, very weird, even for me.
Well, now that I have 3D World, we could probably play through it. That's if you want. I don't.
If time permits, I might be able to do it. Maybe not so much. Maybe not so much today, but sometime.
Whenever. I don't. Yeah, whenever anyone is up, I'm down.
Awesome.
I'm not saying today. It's just like anytime.
Anytime. Yeah. Because because not that long ago I did do a stream. Of course, you didn't have the game at the time, but still, I do look forward to doing that again. I mean, of course, I've been out of character. I've been looking for jobs, and you know, not to say I'm in financial peril, because I'm not, but I definitely want to get myself the best deal I can get when it comes to, you know, getting a job that I like, and a job that, you know, I'm not like when I come back home, I'm not so tired that I can't even do a stream anymore, or I'm limited to the weekends and things like that, you know.
I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
But back to this game, though. 3rd and 2 for Minnesota. Past the halfway point, and he manages to get to the first down. Does Madison, and it's a 1st and 10 at the 44. What are your vehicle options? Vehicle options? Like, are we talking Mario Kart here? I mean, I like Mario Kart. I like playing the. I mean, I like the what is it? The pipe, the pipe cart with cyber slick wheels, and I forgot the kite, or the you know, the kite that you use when you're in the air. I forgot the name of it though. Real life, the company I worked for just went into California. Oh. Well, I don't have any special vehicle licenses, if that's what you're thinking of. So in that case, no, I don't have that. I mean, I have a normal driver's license, but nothing too special or anything like that. As we get to the 2-minute warning, the score is still 0-0 as we approach the end of the first half, and so far no one has scored yet. But Minnesota's getting close. They are at the 31 and approaching. And a first down, and they get to the 18. And I will say this, though. Minnesota's starting to find itself. Be right back, store run. Oh, okay. Not a problem, Clinton. So I guess while Clinton's going to go to the store to make a run, I guess. 1st and 10. And nice completion, but not very far. Only managing to get 1 yard on that one to Cook. I'll tell you one thing. If Chicago can somehow reduce it to a field goal, I would consider that a success given how far they've come. And what? Intercepted! Intercepted! And who picked this one off? Number 23. And this could be, I believe, touchdown Chicago with a pick 6. And Minnesota goes from possibly taking the lead with a touchdown and giving up 6 points the other way. What a play. And sure, it wasn't one of the Weapon X guys like myself and Mopman, but that was just a great pick. I mean, he read that. Kyle Fuller, the other Kyle. I mean, what a thunk. I mean, Kyle gets the job done, but it's not Kyle Young, it's Kyle Fuller. I guess Remnant is speechless, and I don't blame him.
No.
And wait, blocked! And they blocked the PAT, the point after touchdown, so it's going to stay a 6-point game. Oh my goodness. What the hell is going on in this game? I mean, great blocking of the punt there by Minnesota to keep it a 6-point game. But if you're Minnesota, you have got to be disappointed having gone down the field and you had a great drive, but then you fell short, and even worse, you give up a pick 6, and now you have to start all over again.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
I have a feeling that Joshua James is not very amused, and who to say I blame him, really. Anyway, James Claycorn, he had a great run up until that interception, though, so this is his chance to redeem himself, try to get it within 3. You know, try to get down the field to get, you know, a field goal and make it a 3-point game. Or even better, score a touchdown and take the lead off of a PAT. So, first things first, you got to get down there.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Open here,
Adam Thielen, great catch and a first down and a timeout by Minnesota.
With 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
And that, well, wait a minute, we got a flag here. A flag. What is this? A flag against Pat Eflin on the Vikings, and that's going to send them back, and that's going to be a 1st and 20. That's not good if you're Minnesota. But as far as Chicago, I mean that's huge. I mean that just gives you some more breathing room. Ooh, nice drop-off pass, but it's a no gain.
as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Second and 20 at the 26 with 37 seconds left. They need a big play here. Crimson Ninja, big play, and they get the first down, and they get past the halfway point. Wow, what a play. And they will take a timeout to the Vikings. That's their third and final timeout of this half, but great play.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And, oh, he's going to let it fly. And what a, oh, he had it. Oh, he had it caught, but he couldn't hold on to it. Oh, but had he held on to it, it would have been a touchdown. Oh, but a great play by the Chicago defense. They didn't give up. That includes myself and Mopman. We could have easily given up with the lead had we given up there. Oh, and that almost got picked off again. But it's now 3rd and 10 with 10 seconds left. I'll tell you one thing, you know, the team that we're on, Chicago, is doing pretty well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
And Crimson Ninja just couldn't find anyone to throw to. And that's going to result in 4th and 10. Yeah, that was just well short. Oh, wait a minute. He's going to go for it. I mean, there is 6 seconds left, so I don't see why not. And he's going to go for a long bomb. But it is incomplete. And it's not going to matter much because time is up. And we will go to the second half in just a few moments. So at the end of the half, it is 6-0 Chicago.
To an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right, so we're back, and Chicago leads 6-0 as we begin the second half. And I have to imagine, Remnant, you've got to be happy with how Chicago has played on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly the defense, for the fact that the defense came up with a interception that turned into a touchdown.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the
And in fact, the Minnesota Vikings, or actually no, the Bears start off with the ball. And it will be started at the 21-yard line. So back in is Kyle Young. In fact, Kyle hasn't... in fact, this is only his second appearance since the first initial drive. The only reason he didn't get in was the fact that it was a pick six, so he didn't even have to score a touchdown himself. But now we'll see if Chicago can score a touchdown here and make it much, much tougher for Minnesota to come back. So let's see what Kyle Young can do. Fakes the handoff. And he's going to run it himself. Wow, I'll tell you what. What? Fumble! Fumble! And now the Minnesota Vikings take over. Oh my goodness. Kyle Young had it, but he dropped the ball. And he fumbled it. And now Minnesota can tie this up again. Wow. Oh my goodness. As much as it makes me sick, partly for the fact that I am on the Bears, but I don't know. How do you feel about this, Rem? In fact, you don't even need to answer if you don't want to. And then Clinton says he's back with a quarter, so that makes me a quarterback. Wait. We got a booth review. So it's going to look, so they're going to review and see if it was a fumble, so we'll see what happens here.
Like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense.
The question is, did he drop the ball? Yeah. That's not a fumble. That's not a fumble if I'm being honest looking at that review. It was ruled a fumble. But it was overturned, so Chicago gets the ball back. So I'll tell you what, the review saved Chicago right there, because that could have given the momentum to Minnesota. But instead, Kyle Young gets to keep going, and now it's a second and inches off of that one completion. Didn't see who he got it to. Oh, it was to Burton. Wait, Tim Burton? No. Hands it off, and they not only get the first down, they get a whole lot more. And who else? It was Cohen.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anyway, great to see you, Mr. Clinton. And yes, you are a quarterback.
For an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what
And also, great blocking there, Mr. Remnant. Like, whenever you're not catching the ball, you're doing some blocking, and you're doing a great job at it. Yeah. I mean, oh, nice deke move, and he gets a first down and forced out of bounds. Wow, nice move there by, I can't see his name. Oh, Robinson the second. Great job there by Robinson. Look, wow, he just faked out number 20 of the Vikings. And of course the coach saw that, and he was like, boy, you better start tackling.
And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, now Chicago is at the 26. Fakes the handoff. Oh, wait a minute, but he gets caught by Minnesota, and he gets sacked. Daniil Hunter with a half a sack. I didn't see who he shared the sack with. Yeah, because Daniil Hunter, he got by his man, and he was able to get to him first. Anyway. So I know this is really early, but what are the teams for next season? Oh, for next season. Shoot. Let me get my my notebook. I have the list here to answer Clinton's question. And oh, nice completion there to Remnant Elementor. But of course, JT Price was quick enough to tackle Remnant Elementor, the player.
How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh. Okay, so we have Indianapolis, Tennessee, Seattle, Pittsburgh, the Los Angeles Rams, Cleveland, Baltimore, and New Orleans. So we have 8 teams, and if we have And if we have 40 players, then that means that's going to be 5 players a team.
The receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
And now Chicago going to go for a field goal, and it's good. So now it's a 9-point game. So that's a 2-score game. So that means that Minnesota has to score once and twice in order to at least tie. If not, get ahead.
That no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it.
Of course, I can just as easily type it down, so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
And then Clinton says, Titans are my preferred team, but I will play anywhere but the Bucks, Raiders, or Vikings.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
Or any team with Brady. Wow.
League, that is quite surprising. Not many teams.
I mean, I get that a lot of people don't like Tom Brady. A screen pass, and they get a couple of blocks. And what the hell? I'm sorry, not you, but like Thean, you could have. Like, why did you run out of bounds? You definitely had enough room to make a first down and maybe go out of bounds if you felt that it would be your best option. But come on, man. Man, the game sometimes just acts stupid sometimes, though. A jet sweep, this time successful, and they do get a first down, so Thielen makes up for that one. But they have the rest of this quarter and all of next quarter to score twice. So time is running short. They got to get this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got
and Cook, they handed it off to him, but they anticipated the run, and a great job with the tackle by Mobman. Our boy Mobman got the job done.
Just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
So yeah, great play there by Mopman. They run it again, and once again, they don't get very far. They only get 2 yards on that, but once again, Mobman shut him down.
Still having your linebackers set the edge.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
And Dalvin Cook, well, wait a minute. I mean, Dalvin didn't get very far, but we got a face mask. And it's against who? Roquan Smith, and that's a 15-yard penalty. That's going to give him an automatic first down. And if you're Chicago, the last thing you want to do is give automatic first downs to Minnesota because Minnesota, for the most part, like they outside of the one time that they drove down the field and almost scored a touchdown only to give up a pick six, they just have not gotten anything going. And the last thing you want to do is give them a second chance. You just cannot do that.
A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
And Cook tries to run again, but right now they're going to have to start mixing in some passing with rushing, because right now the last thing you want to do is become a one-dimensional team. Well, that's the end of the third quarter as we go to the final quarter with this score, 9-0, Chicago.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I need to open up the passing game. That's, yeah, exactly. Well, that's a good completion there, and
One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
I mean, Crimson Ninja going to have to open up a little bit. Oh, but this time, they run it, and they do get a first down. And by who else? Cook. Part of that is the play calling. Yeah, it is. Well, that time that was a good time to run.
To run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice.
So yeah, it's a 2-possession game. They got to get a score really quickly and try to get the ball back somehow.
Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook.
I mean, not a bad run by Cook, but again, you got to get some more chunks of yards. You got to go down the field really quick. I mean, sure, you got to take what the defense gives you, but they're not really giving a lot, you know, to Chicago's credit.
Still a nice play by the defense.
2nd and 7. And, ooh, good. Nice catch, and even better. Oh, it was incomplete. I'm sorry. I thought it was completed and inbounds, but no, I was wrong.
I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell.
3rd and 7, got to get something. And did they get enough yards on that one? Ooh, 4th and inches. Oh, goodness gracious.
And that means 4th down.
So now what do you do? Do you go for it, or do you go for a field goal and make it a 6-point game, though? I would if you can create a coach outside of franchise. Yeah, it would be nice if you could do that.
If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need...
Oh, no, wait a minute. There's a booth review coming on, and it looks like wait, Minnesota is challenging the spot of the ball to see if it in fact was a first down. I don't know. This is this is the last thing I would try to challenge, you know? Because if you lose this challenge and you challenge... Oh, no, wait. It is a first down.
And the challenge pays dividends.
So it did work. Great.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
All right, so it's a first down. Minnesota still in line with this drive here. And, oh, almost got picked off, but incomplete, 2nd and 10.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Cleghorn. Wait, fumble! He loses the football, but Minnesota gets it back, but unfortunately, it now results in a 3rd and 16.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, it's bad for them, but good for us. You know, from the Bears standpoint.
another direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this
But,
case,
you know, sentiment
teammates able to
otherwise.
come up with the ball.
But understandable.
The Vikings on third down. They've been very
So
good
3rd and 16.
thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Perhaps the biggest play for
Set up a throw.
James Cleghorn, and unfortunately he gets caught by who else? Khalil Mack.
That sack by Khalil Mack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection.
Wow.
That's for sure.
And Khalil Mack, I will say this, you know, that's one of the reasons why he's one of the top players in the league is Khalil Mack. So really, Crimson has nothing to be ashamed of, given the fact that he went up against a top-tier defenseman. And what? Blocked! And picked up by Chicago, and, well, they got him down, but wow! I'll tell you one thing, anything that could have gone wrong for Minnesota, anything that could go wrong for them, did. And anything that could go right with Chicago, the Bears, oh, man. And just like last season, it's just heartbreaking for, you know, Crimson Ninja. And I feel bad for him, man. I was hoping for a more closer game than what we got here, but and while it's understandable that you can't always win them all, but like the old saying goes, I mean, something's got to give, and a 2-minute warning, and Chicago's going to try to run this out.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So I don't blame anyone leaving at this point, but for Crimson Ninja, he says the curse is real. Who knows? Maybe things will turn around when we get to Madden 22. Fakes the jet sweep, but not enough to get a first down. But another timeout used up. I mean, of course, Chicago. It helps when it comes to Chicago in the sense that they now have a quarterback. They have Kyle Young, and they have that #1 receiver in my boy, Remnant Elementor, who's with me right now.
Hello.
But they haven't had to use, you know, well, I don't want to say use. It just sounds so wrong when I say it that way. But I mean, if Kyle Young and Remnant don't have to be the focal point to score points, that's a scary thought. It's a scary thought because once Kyle Young and Remnant Elementor and the rest of the guys get going, I think Chicago has a good chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen.
Nice run by Cohen, but again, not very much. So that's a timeout. 2nd and 9, so no more timeouts to use for Minnesota.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On 2nd down, Montgomery. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
But we just saw a great example.
All right, so 3rd and 7, and now the clock can just run down as much as Chicago wants it.
Before it turns into something big.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Snaps it, and Kyle's going to throw, and of course that's the wrong decision because now it was intercepted by Harris. I'm like, Kyle, all you had to do was hold on to the ball, man. Well, of course, Minnesota still has to score twice, but they have to do it in 56 seconds. But the last thing you want to do is give them a chance.
And the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react.
I mean, 80 had it in his hands, but he dropped it, and it dropped into the hands of Harris.
Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 9, 56 seconds to go. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot.
Well, if you're Chicago, the only thing you can do now is just simply try to stop them. This is a bad case scenario. Yeah, oh yeah, it is if you're Minnesota, of course. Anyway, nice completion there, but now you don't have any timeouts, so you got to hurry up.
35 to the 34. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
And a catch, but it may be too little too late. I mean, I'm like, where was this when you needed it? You know? Like how is it that you weren't able to do this earlier when it would have benefited you a couple of minutes ago?
Now can they continue to feed off that? 10 seconds to go. They'll look to throw here.
And, well, a sack by Smith, and that's the end of the game.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there.
And for Crimson Ninja, that's the second time he gets bounced out of the playoffs in one game. It happened with Dallas, and Dallas was the #1 seed going into it, so they had the first round bye, but then and at one point it just wow. I mean, this was but however, this is the wild card playoffs, so man. And for Joshua James, you did everything right, but unfortunately the Bears, they just had their better game. They just had the better game, and even though they didn't have as many rushing and passing yards, the defense for Chicago was what did in the Vikings, and you really cannot blame Claycorn. You can probably blame him for the interception that gave him that 6-point lead initially. You could blame him for that. But on the other hand, both guys finished with, less than 70 on the QB rating. Yeah, they sucked offensively. It was just not their game. Like, Claycorn had more attempts and more completions, and Kyle only had, less completions and less attempts. But they both threw an interception, so if you're Kyle Young, you got to step up your game. You cannot rely on the other quarterback to just simply give your team points. So they have some work to do. And Cook, he did pretty well. I mean, Cook had 11 rushes and 48 yards. I mean, that's pretty good. And heck, even Remnant Elementor got a rush. He got a rush for 2 yards. Kyle Young also had a rush for 16 yards. And let's see. And then JT Price had 2 tackles. And Joshua James also had, Joshua James had a tackle, as did Mopman. And I had 2 tackles, so. But it was a low-scoring game, 9-0.
Yeah.
Cook would have been there for the most part, but it just was not meant to be. Yeah. It just, unfortunately, that's what happened, and So as a result, the Chargers and the Bears move on. The AI for the most part. Well, I guess you could say that. But other than that, though, something had to give, and for Remnant Elementor, congratulations on you and the rest of Weapon X moving on to the next round, my friend.
Yay.
He said yay.
Sorry.
No, I understand. I didn't want people to think you said the word that starts with the letter G. That rhymes with the A, so it's like I wanted to make sure people didn't misinterpret that. I could tell that Remnant is tired, but from all of us here, this is the Blue Toad to Jew22 signing off, and next stream I will be doing either. I'll have to talk to my good friend Diamond Light to see if he wants to play Uno on the Switch. If not, I will be doing the next part of the NHL series, which is already underway, and Remnant is. And I also mentioned that Remnant is also on that show too.
Yep.
So I want to wish you the best of luck on your game.
Woo.
So between now and then, I will let Remy get some sleep, and I'm also going to get something to eat pretty soon. So until then, have a great day, and congratulations to Clinton, and also congratulations to Remnant on your teams' wins.
Okay.
Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.